Hey everybody, this is Mrs. Richens. Okay, I have now graded everyone's outline for the textual analysis essay assignment, okay? And I want to go over the one major concern that I have with about 94.7% of the class, okay? So I have right now what I'm pulled up and referencing is our essay explanation. The first part of this gives you some tips on how to choose an appropriate text. And I just want to be clear, every one of you chose a solid text to analyze. So don't worry that you have a bad commercial or a bad ad or a bad song or whatever you chose. They all are going to work just fine, okay? So cross this part off your list. Everybody did a great job on this, okay? This part right here is where the wheels kind of came off in your outline. And I feel like we kind of skipped over this part, or we weren't quite sure, and then we jumped straight down to the visual component and the quotes. So let's read this together, shall we? Read, study, analyze your text multiple times and identify what it is you want your claim for your essay to be based on those readings. Remember, make your claim be the answer to one of the following questions. Why does this text work? What makes this text effective? How does this text use creative elements to be successful? Or what makes this text special, unique, interesting? Okay? Now, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not picking on anybody, and I'm not going to say anyone's names, but I want you to listen to the difference between what y'all are writing in your claims and what you need to be saying in your claim, okay? And after a few, you're going to see what it is I'm talking about. I feel very confident. Okay, so this student said, Volkswagen advertises to have the best cars when it comes to safe parking, even for a hedgehog between two fish. The ad is very visual and pulls at people's emotions to keep the fish safe. Okay, so this is a good start to one. Why? Because the student has identified specific things that they are doing in the ad that make it effective. And they said it has strong visual, okay? It has, what did it say? The ad is very visual, okay? And it pulls at people's emotions. So I would probably rewrite this and make it more succinct and just say, the ad is effective due to its visual components and its strong use of pathos, okay? And then I can elaborate on that in my essay. But I have to first identify in my claim the specific things I think that the creators used or did to make it work. Let's look at another one, all right? The claim. The print ad for King Caleb Foundation, Some Things Can't Be Covered, works great because it visually shows the problem in the ad. Okay, so this one we need a little bit of work. What specifically is the advertisement doing that makes it effective? Okay, is it the use of color? Is it the use of font and the words that are being put up? Is it a play on words? Okay, is it a combination of things? Is it appealing using strong ethos or pathos to appeal? Whatever it might be, you've got to identify what those things are and state them in your claim, okay? That's what I want to see. Another example. Let's see here. This student, the claim says, the commercial for Old Spice works well because it puts the image of a handsome man in the heads of women when they are shopping, and when they see Old Spice, they will want to get it for the men in their lives because of the handsome gentleman it is associated with. So this is a good start, okay? But we need to think about, is that it? Is it just, is that the only reason that the ad works? Because it's a handsome man? Or are there other elements to the commercial that make it effective? Does humor play a role in the effectiveness of the Old Spice commercials? I'm on a horse. backwards. Yes, I think we would all agree that humor plays a significant role in the success of Old Spice commercials. So you need to include that in your claim, okay? The fact that he's handsome, yes, that probably does get the attention of the women audience, but they also want to attract a male audience. So how are they making that work? Those are the types of things that you need to be addressing in your thesis statement, in the claim. I keep using those words interchangeably, okay? Let's go through one more just so we can get, I want y'all to see what it is that you're not doing correctly so that you can fix it, okay? Apple found great success with Get a Mac ads. They capitalized on highlighting the biggest flaws in Windows. And for an audience that isn't very knowledgeable in the world of technology, people were easily persuaded by certain promises Apple made. Okay, so this one has some specifics. Apple was successful with their commercials by highlighting the flaws in their competitors' product. So they kind of took a very logos approach to it, right? Logically, they have all of these problems. We don't, so we're the better company. Now, I'm pointing this out because there were multiple students who chose Mac, a commercial or a print ad for Mac as their text. It's not just the comparison between Apple and Windows. I want you to look at the person that they chose to be the representative for Windows products and compare him to the person, the actor that they chose for the Mac product. How do those two people compare? There is a lot of unspoken messages in the two actors that they have chosen to represent those products. And your claim should identify some of those strategies that Mac is using, that Apple is using, okay, to send messages to their audience as well. So I hope that this helps. If I put something on your paper like you're not there yet, I want you to call me, okay? Your rough draft is due in a couple of days. So I expect multiple calls or emails or text messages from you tomorrow so that we can individually go through your claim and make it what it needs to be. Your paper won't succeed if you can't get the claim right, okay? So I want to make sure that every single person has a solid, feasible claim before you start working get too far into your rough draft, all right? So you need to email me, you need to call me, you need to text me tomorrow if I have told you on your feedback that you didn't quite hit the mark on it, all right? I am happy to help y'all. And again, I feel very confident once we can get this portion fixed, the rest of it, it's going to just sail right along like it should. Thank y'all.